Joining us now to talk about the reopening of universities and what the path forward is for his institution is Mitch Daniels. He is the president of Purdue University, the former governor of Indiana. And President Daniels, thank you for being here today.
Morning.
I know you have been early with this and have been working on a plan for a very long time. You're going to be bringing 45,000 students back to West Lafayette starting next month, and it's going to look a little different. You have put a lot of things that you've been preparing for, including some of the testing that Dr. Gottlieb was just telling us about.
Everything's going to look different, Becky. I've told our returning students that they'll feel like freshmen because of all the changes, all aimed at safety of students, but in particular of those more vulnerable, or potentially so, faculty, staff, and so forth. So physical changes, policy changes, and just to witness the topicality of your last report, we'll be announcing today that every student will be tested, will have to submit a negative test prior to moving into a residence hall or attending the first class. You're right. We've been working on this. We started early because we're very daunted by the implementation challenges, and we've now gotten to the point that I hoped we would get to, where we'll be able to add this to all our other plans.
President Daniels, in terms of what it's going to look like on the college campuses, I know you said that it will affect the dining halls, it's going to affect the classrooms, it's going to affect the residents. But I know you've also had a huge number of people who have confirmed that they are coming back. I think I read that you had said that their tuition deposits for incoming freshmen actually shattered last year's records by double digits. So where do you put all these people? How do you handle dorm room situations when you have such a full capacity?
It'll be tight, but we've had to deal with that before, and about half of our students, and this is a problem as much as a solution, live off campus. But that's just one of the challenges that we'll face. That's one that we're not unfamiliar with. I will say, that first of all, it's very clear in our case, and I think everything I see nationally says this is a general rule. Students want to be on campus very much. They know, and we agree, that there are elements of the on-campus experience that no one has figured out how to fully replicate online yet. So we're offering an online choice to students who can't get here, like many of our international students, or who don't want to come yet to campus, but overwhelmingly, our Boilermakers want to be here, and it's our job to find ways to allow them to pursue their education and get their lives launched on schedule.
I know you can control what happens on campus. Part of that is that you've said there won't be things like concerts. There won't be fraternity parties that are taking place on campus. But as you mentioned, half your students live off campus. Will the bars in West Lafayette be open? And how do you kind of work with that to try and deal with that situation, knowing that bars have been a place where a lot of these most recent outbreaks have kind of picked up and really taken off?
It's an extremely perceptive and important question. It goes way beyond bars. Ironically, here and at other schools I'm talking to, we understand that we're in a symbiotic relationship with our communities in so many cases, and we are one. The school is the heart of the local economy and is the largest employer and so forth. And we now see that, first of all, we need our community to take all the steps it can take also. So we don't want to create a problem for our neighbors in the community, and maybe an even bigger problem. We don't want a casual outlook there to allow the virus to come on campus when it wouldn't otherwise get here. So we're working very closely with them, with the local health officials, and literally, in some ways, one of the safest places in our entire county will be in a Purdue classroom, but we can't control nearly so well what happens in more congregate spaces, and we certainly can't control directly what happens when someone crosses the street and enters our neighboring city.